All right. All right. Welcome to Rick's Life as I See It. From the, where are we from? Oh, sorry. I was looking at something else reading it. Anyway, welcome. At the moment, there's only me here. I don't have any panelists right now, but doesn't mean somebody won't show up. But anyway, it only takes me a few minutes here to wait for people to get in. So, but it is good. Hey, Jacob, good to see you. And I say, well, what we've been going 49 seconds. So there we go. You know, that's right. Sorry, I got emails coming through, and everybody. Why do people send me emails? They know I do this on Saturdays, on Wednesday evenings. Anyway, okay. I don't know if Rob's going to show up tonight or not, but I can't introduce him if he's not here. All right. So let's see. Who was first in the chat tonight? Let me have a look see. First in was Two Live Moo, then Tactical Fud, then Jacob, then we got Raphael. So, people are starting to creep in. Then we got the lurkers, of course. So I'm glad you're all here on this Wednesday evening on the 21st of August. Damn, it's going by fast. Had perfect weather last few days. High 70s. No, very little humidity. It's been nice up here. It really has. That no rain, sunshine. So, Tactical Fud. Have you ever tried a cross draw holster? Yes, I have. And I actually use one, believe it or not. I use a cross draw. Right? I mean, I don't have it on right now, but I got one that I carry just. You could almost say it's like an appendix position on the outside, of course, but I wear it for right here, and that just past my easiest way to explain it, just past my zipper or where you do your jeans up there on the left hand side, but grab it with my right hand, cross it like that. Yeah, I use one. I use it for my 380 actually. So I find it. I like it actually. Why do you ask? I doubt it, Jacob. I'm not a big car guy, to be honest with you. So, hey, Defense Dad, good to see you. Hey, Clovertech, I haven't seen you in a coon's age, as they say up here in this part of the country. It is good to see you. The gun snobs in the house. So, why did you ask whether I use a cross-draw holster for, Tactical Fud? It's all right. I got no panelists right now, so I'm just waffling on, hoping somebody or hoping New York Outcast to show up. So, you listening at work in between clients. Okay, that'll work. Uh-oh, the AR isn't on the wall again. Ladyback, no. The AR sitting, I don't know if you can see it, sitting in the rifle case back there. You remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said I was going to go sight in the iron sights because I put them on there at a 45-degree angle. Well, I ain't done it yet because I I took the rifles because I got my Winchester 22 in there that I was gonna make sure it was two-sighted in, the scope. I've taken it down there 3 times now. We made arrangements, told people I'm going to be shooting tomorrow at my friend's house. And this one guy, he shows up. He's shown up every time. I think he'd done it on purpose. Doesn't bring any ear protection with him or anything, And damn if I'm going to lend him any because he's doing it on purpose. So I just thought, well, I'll come back and do it another time. And I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face, basically, is what I'm doing. That is the long version for a short answer. Yeah, but I said I'm leaving them in the gun case because I'm hoping to do it tomorrow or Friday. That's what we're getting. We're aiming for Friday. But I'll give my buddy a call before I come down tomorrow. See if we can do it tomorrow. So, because I need to get those sighted in, then I'll hang it back on the wall. Anyway. Thinking about getting one for the winter. All right. Yeah, I use them. I mean, I like the cross-draw holster. I mean, I use it mainly because of my shoulder. To go back here, it puts a shooting pain in my arm and shoulder here now. So, but going across here and pulling out, it doesn't hurt. Well, not enough to complain about anyway. And my left hand, I even got a cross-draw holster to use while you do it left-handed. And I was doing that for a while. I went back to carrying left-handed. But I noticed I just don't have, since the accident that got me disabled, part of it, besides my hips and my back, was also my hand. I don't know if the camera picks it up that well, but there's a bunch of dents in my hand right here where it was all pinned up and everything all the ligaments were torn in it. Well, I don't have the strength in that hand like I used to. So if I'm holding the gun with 2 hands, I can do okay with it. But if I got to pull it and shoot it one-handed, I'm not saying that's the best way of doing it, but you never know. But I can't do it. I can't. If I sort of like aim it, my hand is shaking like this, holding where I can hold it steady with my right hand. And I've learned to shoot, because when I hurt that hand, I had to learn to shoot right-handed. So I can shoot with either hand, really. But I just find it easier to draw it right-handed. That way I know. Because what I was doing, I would pull it out, shoot it, right? And a lot of times what would happen is, without me even thinking about it, I put it in my right hand, then I start shooting right-handed. Then I'd put it back in my left hand to put it back in my holster. So I just went back to carrying it on the right-hand side. Oh, hey, New York's here. So there he is. I was just waffling on about my carrying with a cross-draw holster there. So how you doing, New York Outcast?
Doing all right.
That's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've had a hell of a day, Rick. Hell of a day.
Hey, I understand. I totally understand. I don't have a problem with it. I just, so.
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm here. So, yeah, sorry for the delay.
Hey, don't worry about it. I've been entertaining the masses here with some of my stories, some of my war stories,
There you go.
Yeah, no, we were talking to Tactical Fud was asking me about cross-draw holsters and why I use one. So There we go. And actually, I use one. Got it from, what was it? What the hell is it? 1791 Holsters. Is that who it is? You know, I order mine direct from them, but you can buy them through Amazon for a pre-made holster, leather holster. They are really good for the price. It's real thick leather. It's they're good holsters, you know, and it makes you think you're getting, really top of the range one, because it comes inside of sort of like a bag, I'm trying to think what kind of, but it comes inside a bag. It looks all fancy, you know. They even well, do I have one in here? Let me have a look. Do I have one in here? I'm not sure if I do have a spare one in here or not. No, but they also send you a leather. Well, everyone, I've got about 4 from them, so I got them all laying around here. They'd send you a leather key ring too. Key ring with a leather flop on it, with 1791 on it. It looks kind of cool. So I know I got a couple of them laying around here, but when you need one, can you find one? So nope, I can't find it. So instead of wasting time there, Rob is doing this show for a salad, basically. Rob isn't getting paid for this show since he was late. Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, he's worth the cost of a salad. Because he's here. I don't think he's missed one. I can't remember the last time he didn't show up for one. So Rob's always here.
I believe I've missed a couple, but it's rare.
Yeah. I ought to change the name of the podcast or the show to Rick and Rob's Life as They See It. So anyway, I do have a couple of questions here that I wrote down.
That wasn't me.
Here's a good one for you. All right. How I worded it, let me explain it to you after I read it out to you. I said, do you go for it if you're faced by multiple assailants with who might be, with what might be an underpowered, carry weapon? I.e., like me, I carried a 380, right? It carries, was it 6? Or no, I think it carries 8. So with one in the chamber, I'm carrying 9 rounds. I do carry another magazine. But if you've got, say, 3 assailants in the house and your family's there, right? Do you, don't do, you just say, well, hope for the best. Or do you hope if you hit 1 or 2 of them with your 8 rounds, and hopefully the other one flees, or you hit 1 and the other 2 flee? Do you go for it, or do you back off and wait, just maybe try to get hold of a better weapon? That's my question for you. Personally, myself, I was thinking about this after our discussion last week when I said I was double second guessing myself. No, I mean, even if 3 people bust into the house here, I know there's only me here, but say there wasn't, I would still go for it. I mean, they might shoot me. I open fire on them, but they, I shoot 1, the other 2 fire back at me and hit me. The way I mean, I don't know. My mindset says I'd rather go down fighting than not trying. You know, that's the way I was when I used to get into fist fights as a kid. You know, I'd rather lose, but at least I lost trying. You know? So, what happened to Squib? Maybe his credit card got lost and he can't pay the internet without it. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Squib. He's just he does come in every now and then. I haven't seen him for a while. I think he gets mad at me because I go off on tangents and stuff like that all the time. You know. So what's your answer to that, New York Outcast? Well, do you go for it or do you wait for a better chance?
Yeah, I assume are you speaking of, I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
burst into your
more
house.
than likely go for it, but without an exact scenario, it's
Okay, you're at home.
okay, home, go for it. Definitely going for it.
You know, you're at home and
No
you know
question.
your woman there and your your kids or whatever are there. Are you going to go for it?
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Oh
I
no.
would
I
just,
mean, like for argument's sake, I'm standing in the line at the bank, and 3 people come in to rob it. I'm going to be a good witness.
okay. That's what
Unless
I'm
they start,
wondering. Yeah.
unless they shoot at me. You
Yeah.
know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
unless I see a loss of life, then
Oh
I'm
yeah,
probably
yeah. But I'm
not
just
going to engage, or basically
yeah,
potential loss of life or whatever, in a sense. If I think somebody's going to die. So,
yeah.
uh, but that's a fine line. But yeah, no, home or anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. So
Yeah, because I was reading an article actually in the magazine. I still read the magazine that United States Concealed Carry sends me.
mm,
You know, and there was a story in there about there was a question. A guy there was it a story or a question? I can't. Anyway, some guy, right? 3 people burst into his house with guns. He grabbed a shotgun, shot one guy, and as he's pump because a pump action shotgun, and he's trying to pump it to put another round in, and the other 2 shoot him. You know, and of course the writer of the story or the question, whatever, said he made a bad decision. I personally don't think so. You know,
maybe his timing was off. I don't know. I don't know. You know it's hard to, what do they call that? Monday morning quarterback or whatever,
oh
backseat
yeah,
drive. When you don't see, you can't see the layout. You don't know the exact scenario. It's hard to say. I mean, but that sucks. I mean, I've also heard stories of people getting stabbed in the back while they were trying to open their gun cabinet. So I mean, just because you have guns doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. But I do think you should have them available, or at least something
well, how do
accessible.
you manage that in the state of New York? Don't you have to keep all yours locked?
I plead the fifth. So
Okay.
um, yeah,
Yeah.
go from there. But
Yeah. The
I
way
mean, I
I
always
look at
have
it
my
personally,
EDC on me or right next to me, at
yeah,
least that. So
yeah,
I'll publicly state that. So,
oh
uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, I mean, be honest with you, I don't have it in here with me right now, but my actual carry gun is sitting right next to I can see it from here. It's sitting on a little side table right next to my recliner. I know that doesn't help me right here, but hell, I got a gun cabinet full of guns there are loaded. So,
mhm,
you know, I
yeah,
don't feel that threatened sitting in here. So,
Yeah. No, I think in most cases, it comes down to use it or lose it. I mean, especially if it's directed at you. So, I mean, if you're carrying, you can't just give up your gun. I mean, unless it's by gunpoint or something like that. To me, I don't know. It's yeah.
Yeah, well, if
I-
somebody, I mean, if three people burst through my back door and they're all armed, this is a scenario. They're all armed with handguns, right? Semi autos. Okay. Are you going to go for it? What the scenario is, that's what three guys burst into his house with semi
Yeah.
autos. He knew,
He grabbed a
he
shotgun.
felt threatened
Yeah.
because his family was there, his wife and daughter or something. And the gun that he grabbed or wherever he was standing was a shotgun. So he picked it up, shot one of them, and he was racking the shotgun, and the other two shot him, then ran off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I said, yes, I'd go for it. I can't speak for the scenario or the exact, timing, or if he could have let them, funnel them in somewhere since he had a shotgun. But, there's a lot of different things to it. But yeah, either way, I'm going to go for it. I'm not just going to allow,
yeah. Well, I know there's a lot of scenarios.
In the house like that with God knows what intentions. So
Yeah. Also, I mean, I don't know if he was it doesn't state whether he'd been shooting guns for a long time or not. I mean, did he think that the
it
spread
could
of
be
that
partially
shotgun was going to be?
disabled.
Did
Could
he
have been
thought he was going to
drunk.
hit all
Could have been
three with one
medicated.
shot?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm just using it as a general thing. I was just curious. All right, so that's that one.
Yeah, I think in most cases, if you put up a resistance, most of the time people want easy targets, easy prey. I mean, unless there's a dead set reason they're there, they know you're sitting on, a couple $1 million cash or something like that, then but as far as a random kind of smash and grab deal, I think in most cases, as soon as somebody gets shot and it's loud and police are probably going to be getting called, they're pretty much out the door in most cases. Now again, I can't say 100% and maybe not in every case or whatever, but it seems it's like a bully. They don't want problems, unless there's something for they're trying to obtain, I guess, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. So I was just curious what you were what your thoughts on that were. Okay, here similar side note. Right? I thought about this and I really don't have one. Now you're at home there. Your wife and kids or whatever, do you actually have a game plan if something actually happens? I personally don't. So I don't know. I guess I'll just be winging it.
Now, game plan is just random break in, or somebody kicks in your door in the middle of the night type thing.
Wow, I mean, somebody kicks in your door in the middle of the night, that you're going to have to act. But you've got notice that they're right. You heard them coming. They kicked in the door. Right? I mean, do you go to a central bedroom and lock yourselves in, or or do you escape out the back window or the back door? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a game plan for an emergency? Okay, your house is on fire. You got to have a game plan for getting out, don't you?
Hey, you just throw people out the window. Feel the collateral damage later. No, yeah, in general, we basically had a game plan, especially with kids. They were told basically to hit the floor. So, um, not to come and try to investigate anything or this and that if, they heard gunshots or anything, a struggle in the middle of the night. So, um, yeah, everybody's got different skills, this and that. What they tell you to do is basically try to secure everybody, lock yourself down, call the police, barricade yourself in a room. But the way your house is designed, you may not even have that possibility. Shit, maybe you live in a trailer where one bedroom's on one end, one bedroom's on the other. I mean, you're just gonna leave your kids out there, so there's different setups. So it's hard to say for what's right for every individual. Plus, you got your skills as well, So, I don't want to give away my whole shindig how I would do things here, but it would turn out being a joint operation. So, at least as far as I wouldn't be the only one armed. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, all right. It's all right. Now, I was saying earlier, people are emailing me. Now I'm getting texts. Don't they know I'm doing my show? So sorry about that. So, all right. So we got that one answered. Personally, I don't have a plan. To be honest with you, I never really thought about it. I need to. I mean, I've only got like my living room, kitchen is all one big room, and the front door is on the front wall in the corner, and the back door is in the same room, but up the other end of the room. So, if somebody breaks in the front door, they got the back door covered because you can see it's on the same, it's in this almost in the same spot, but on the other end of the house, the room, So, so if I dive in the bedroom, these windows, I suppose, they slide up. The windows, they don't open up like old fashioned windows. They slide up, I suppose I could fit through it, I guess, to get out. I would have to kick the screen out of the way to get out. But that's the only way I would be able to get out of here. Especially like if there was a fire or something and I'm stuck in the bedroom. That's the same here. It's I've only got the one window here that slides up. I can see it. I know it slides up, but I've never ever opened this window. I couldn't tell you if it actually even works or not. So maybe I should try it. Being here 6 years, maybe I should make sure it works. So yeah.
Well, if it gets to that point with a fire and it's that bad, or you're bailing out that window, I don't know if you're familiar, but a lot of those you can pop the sashes right out of the frame pretty quickly, and then you'll have an open rectangle to pop out.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if it's a vinyl replacement within the last 10, 15 years, you should be able to do so.
Huh.
Maybe even 20 years at this point. So almost all of them, even the cheapest ones you buy, can pretty much do that these days.
Oh, okay.
For easy cleaning. So there should be 2 tabs on the sash piece on the top, or the window, as you would say, the part you're going to move up and down.
Yeah.
not where the lock is, but to the ends that you would pull in, and you can pull that right out towards you. So, and then tilt it up, let one end go higher than the other, and it creates, it gets a little angle, and it gives you enough room to pull it right out. You can do the same with the top, except for with the really cheap ones. The really cheap ones, the tops don't move. But I don't know what kind of windows you got. So, but because you trying to spit out a window might be troublesome. So, not quick for sure. So, it might be quicker just to remove the sashes and pop out. So,
Yeah, you're
if
true.
it's double pane, you don't want to try to break it and crawl out. Because you can, but it's going to take time to do it, to get it all the glass out. So you can jump through single pane with enough force with minimal damage. You'll get minor slices and laceration as usual, but double pane glass, you don't want to try to just jump through. That's no good. As well as triple or anything. So obviously, but you're looking for trouble. Real bad day.
Oh, okay. All right. Now you got me curious. I'm gonna have to look at those after the show. Let's see. I know they are. Is it double pane glass? There's meant to be airtight seal in between two panes of glass.
Yep.
That's what they're meant to be.
Yeah, it should be filled with gases.
Yeah.
There's a couple, depending on your price range, there's a few others that can be put in there as well to protect from UVs, UV rays, plants, fabrics on your flooring, all that type of different, and plus obviously heat exchange as well.
Yeah.
To help stop it. Over enough time, they all end up leaking.
Well, eventually. Yeah. Well, now the front window. That thing's got to be 5 foot by 4 foot. It's a humongous it's double paned, but it's a big sheet of glass.
Don't accidentally break that one.
But where I'm going with this is condensation is got in between them.
Yep. Yeah, it's got a leak then. Yeah, it's typical over time. So
yeah. So it's kind of a bummer that sometimes it's so bad I can't even see out of it.
Yeah. Well, some of them, like some of the windows, like the cheap ones, they look good, but they don't have to have any gas. They're just all for basically looks. Yeah, they're like the cheapest thing you can get. Zones make it different on what goes in them and stuff like that. So, like, if you're for anybody out there and listening, if you're looking to buy windows and you just happen to be at Home Depot or Lowe's and stumble across, make sure you check the zone because it might not even be for your area. They ship those all around and stuff, and I've seen a lot of people buy stuff they shouldn't have, like you legally can't even put it in your dwelling here. So, you can throw it in a shed or something that's not heated, but you can't put it in your house. So, legally. And honestly, nowadays, there's a place near you. You got to do a little research where you can call and get them custom made to fit right, so you don't end up with stupid boards or filler pieces or stupid shit on your house because it's like the same price, and it's for your opening. So don't be cheap.
There you go, guys. Don't be cheap. So what you're saying is, if you're a landlord, put the best in for your tenants. Is that what you're saying?
No, I sell a lot of those to landlords in a sense, because a lot of windows, and go with a particular brand. Basically, do the lifetime replacements no matter what. You get drunk and forget your keys, you can bust your window and just call in the company with the sash code or the code on the sash, and they'll make a new one up. And you can pick it up in about a week because it's got to be made and shipped. It's the only downfall. But brand new window for free. So with landlords like that because tenants they're always breaking shit. So buy a window once instead of having to buy it every 2-3 tenants.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, man, I think when these were put in, these places have been built for years. It's a well insulated house, or if you want to call it an apartment or a ranch, it's duplex, because there's one, there's two of them here next to each other, but they're well insulated. It's never, I'd never get that cold in here, so in the wintertime, it's nice and cozy in here. And I say it's cozy in here, and that's with the temperature set at 69. That's normally as high as I set it. The heat. I set it on 69 for the air too during the summer, so it doesn't move. 69 all year round.
Oh, you're a 69er, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, with inflation, they say that's 96 now. So I'm reading Abigail said my dad could have used that, talking about getting a replacement, that 15 years ago when he got mad and threw a plate at the window. Yeah, it happens. People weed whacking, lawn mowing, kids horsing around. It happens. Or Uncle Billy trying to get in one night all drunk or something. Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I was I'm trying to think. I could only have been at the most 7 or 8, I think. And we were at my grandmother's house in England, and her back door was glass. The whole thing, And I was playing or something, and I was running. I put my head right through the damn thing. And they rushed me to hospital, had to have stitches in the top of my head. Yeah. Guess they didn't make them that good. So this was early 60s. So guess they didn't make them, they weren't sort of like safety like they are now.
No, even normal household glass really isn't safety glass. You can get that. It's a higher cost. It's sometimes required with people with autistic kids, stuff like that, or what do they call it? County or state homes for people. I don't know, with issues. I can't think of the right term here. So. Yeah. Places, things like that. So they are available. It's a little bit more money, but the typical glass, it's if you break it, it'll be sharp shards or whatever. Typically. So the bigger pieces, obviously, like commercial and stuff like that, they have more of a safety glass feature to it, where they'll actually crumble almost like auto glass does, where there's a film in it, kind of like a saran wrap between layers of glass in a sense.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously the acrylic as well, which you'll see in a lot of gas stations, which they call bulletproof, bullet resistant, and whatnot, which is really thick, highly buffed, epoxies of some sort or something, some type of plastic. So I don't really sell that stuff, but I look for it though.
Okay. All right.
I guess some of that's layered too, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to get my hands on some, like when somebody does a remodel.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to tell this person who hasn't stopped texting me this whole time. Just tell them I'll get to him when the show's over.
Oh, this person, huh?
Yeah.
What's she want this time?
Yeah. How did you figure that out?
I don't know. I don't know. But, respect goes both ways. If you've already told her you're busy, man.
Yeah.
Just got to stop responding. Give her the cold shoulder till you're ready.
Yeah. That's basically what I just told her. I just sent her. I said, I will talk to you after the show. So if she goes back to me, I'm just going to ignore it. So
Yeah.
all right. So we got that one. What's the next thing? Okay. Here's another question for you. It's I know. I mean, we've had the main discussion before. Like, I believe in only carrying the same gun all the time. If I mean, I'm not saying that. Like, I use the 380. That's my carry gun. I don't carry the 380 today, and tomorrow I'm carrying some other gun because it looks better. You know what I'm saying? I keep with the same gun all the time. That's just my philosophy. That way, when it comes to, for lack of a better term, muscle memory or whatever, I always keep it in the same place too. Right? I mean, like, I changed from my left to my right, so I have to start getting used to it. Right? But I keep it in the same place because I want to be able to, if something happens, I want to be able to just grab it out of reflex or muscle memory, whatever you want to call it, that I know it's there. I'm not going to have to stop. Oh, no, I'm carrying it back here today type thing. Or, I'm carrying my 1911 today instead of my 380. See, I don't play that game, but that isn't what I'm asking. My question is, well, sort of. I'm sort of asking it. I mean, but do you change up? Like, if you're going somewhere, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word. If you're going somewhere that could be more, dangerous is not the word I'm looking for. But would you take a different gun that carries more rounds per magazine than what you normally carry? Just because you're going somewhere different? That's my question. Safe argument say you carry an LCP in your pocket all the time, right? But you're going out on the town or something, so you pull out a bigger gun because it carries more. You're not expecting any trouble, but you're going into you're not working. You're going out to have a good time or whatever. Are you carrying a different gun for that?
Me, no, but I could see it. I could see having a couple that you're, really familiar with. So, or a few in a sense, but I wouldn't get crazy about it. With me, it's one or the other or both, typically. So, and they're both fairly the same. So, it's as far as magazine and round count, that's not in my state I'm limited. So I've easily got, quite a few magazines as well in a sense. So that's another reason I love cargo pants. But then that's a whole nother story. But basically I think, I don't know. I think you're better off getting good with something. Honestly, not changing firearms every other week or whatever. But I think you should know how to function other firearms. Obviously, be semi-familiar with them, but a good general knowledge is ideal for very fractional possibilities that could have come about someday. But all in all, I think you should master what you have personally. Yeah,
Yeah. I
a
mean,
gun from 200 years ago, or not 200, but a gun from I don't know, 80 years ago can be just as effective as a gun from today if it's used properly. So in a
oh
sense,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Well, I'm not sure of the timeline, but I'm not going back to muskets and shit. But anyway,
yeah,
it's your skill. Really is what it comes down to. I mean, obviously, there's other factors, but if you have a modern anything modern and semi-automatic and you're good with it, then if it works, it works. So obviously, you could try to improve or you know uh, play around with new things or whatever and maybe change your stuff up. But I wouldn't recommend consistently changing up. I would get to something to stick with it. That's personally what I think people do the best with. As you mentioned, muscle memory. You don't have to think about it. You put
yeah.
10,000 rounds, 15,000, whatever out of this platform. Like it's just second nature now. That's how it kind of should be in my opinion. So
I
if you
agree
really
with
got to stop and think about it, then you're already behind the ball. So in most cases, you're reacting to an action that's negative. So you're already behind the ball from the beginning of it. So anything else isn't in your favor. Little things like forgetting a safety because it's a different model,
you.
or whatever
Exactly.
the case is. Yeah. So or because you love the 1911, but the last couple of weeks you're carrying a Glock. You got to adjust your grip. You got to think about that. So that's all stuff that could go wrong. So limit as many things, as many mistakes as you can. Eliminate as many factors as possible, and pray. You train better than the other guy, and you have a good day because we all have a bad day sometimes.
Oh yeah, we do. We do. I mean, that's basically what I was trying to say, but you said it better. Yeah. I mean, like all my handguns I got in my cabinet back here. I said, I mean, I mean, I could. I nearly got a holster for every one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I could use them as a carry gun if as you said, I should be familiar with them. So I could if I had to. I know how to. I mean, I shoot them all. Well, I say I shoot them all. That's I was talking about that today. That's kind of a lie too. Uh, I was talking to somebody down at the diner today. You know, there's a couple of guns in there, handguns in there. I've been here almost 6 years now. Come October, it will be 6 years, right? And there's a couple of handguns in there that I haven't shot since I've been here. You know, so, but I do shoot. I mean, I do shoot them, but I haven't shot them in 6 years. A couple of them. So that makes me think I need to pull them out when I go shooting, take them with me. You know, because you said I should have some familiarity with them in case I need it. I mean, they're all loaded right now. They're all sitting in there with I think there's 2 pistols in there, revolvers that I got that are loaded. All the cylinders are full, and all the semi-automatics in there all got a full magazine in them. There's not one in the chamber though on them. The chambers are empty, but the magazines are full in there. They're inserted. So all you got to do is rack them, and you're ready to go. So, and I got nearly holsters for all of them. I don't have it's not loaded actually. I don't have my single action revolver is not loaded, and I don't have a holster for it anyway. So, but it's not a gun. I don't think I would carry it anyway.
Yeah, that's just gonna
mean,
say. I mean, like anything that's part of your defensive unit, force, whatever, however you want to term things, but the tools, I would say you should be very familiar with. You should, those are the guns you take to the range all the time. You
yeah,
throw in another one or two to, whatever, have fun, whatever, but those should be the ones you're really familiar with. Collecting, as far as your collection and grandpa's gun that you might take out every year or two, that's a different story. But in general, what I was initially speaking of is, your friend's guns, any opportunity to shoot another gun, take it, obviously. Get familiar with all guns so you have a generalization, a general idea of as much as you can, get as much, make your, information pool as big as possible, but obviously the ones that you are using yourself for defensive purposes, those are the ones you should master, my opinion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. As I said, I mean, the guns I shoot the most is my 1911, my 357. Those two are the main two guns that I shoot, besides my carry gun. So I'm good with those, and I got holsters for those. And I agree with you, Abigail. If the chamber is empty, it's an expensive paperweight. I agree. I mean, my actual carry gun, there's always one in the chamber. The ones in the gun cabinet don't have one in the chamber, is what I'm saying. But if I pull one of those out to make it my carry gun, of course I'll rack it and put one in the chamber. And normally what I'll do is I'll pull the magazine out and put another round in there to take it back to, full capacity. So, I just
Question
keep
for you.
with not one in the chamber, I think I normally have my carry gun on me. I don't have it tonight because I walked from there into here and didn't even think about it, to be honest with you. I had a lapse in memory there. I'm becoming a Biden, I guess, in my old age. But I forgot what I was going to talk about right then. Damn. Yeah. Oh, but the chances of me, the only reason I would grab one of these guns out of here, if I got to come in here to grab one of these, I'm in a goddamn bad situation if I, have to come grab one of these because I can't. My 380 is empty or something.
Well, it could be those three door kickers that are in your house, and one's down, and another's injured, and a third you don't know that's hiding out in the kitchen, and your backup magazines are sitting in the living room, so you got to get in that cabinet.
Yeah, you're right.
But honestly, I think if you have that much time, you should be able to rack your gun.
I don't know if you guys can see it from that far back on the camera, but the key's in it. It's not. It's not. I can't remember the last time I took the key out of there. Oh, I do. I only put it back in there after she moved out. But but it's back to the way it used to be before she moved in. I mean, the key sat in there for years. I mean, I have to turn the key to open it, but I just normally leave the key in there. Is that a good habit or bad habit? I'm not sure. But when she left, I put the key back in there, and the only reason I took the key out to hang my AR back on the wall. And I just leave the key in there. Mind you, I can't find the second key. I know there's another key for it, but God knows where it is. Hang on a minute.
Uh-oh.
No. There's another key for it, and I don't know where it is. It's been missing for I mislaid it a few years ago. So I know it's here. I know it's here somewhere, but where I don't know. But I mean, that's a what you call it, a stack-on gun cabinet. I would imagine with a half-ass decent screwdriver, you could pop it open anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so it just keeps the honest person honest, really. So, but yeah, I don't know where the other key is. I'm gonna have to find it now. It's got it on my mind now, so I'll look for it after the show. You know,
I think that's a bad phrase.
What?
So I think that's a bad phrase.
What?
It keeps the honest person honest.
Well, it does.
Yeah. Well, people say that, but if they're truly honest, then it wouldn't matter. You know, there could be money on the table, they're not going to take it. There could be a room full of guns, they're not going to mess with it. You know, that if they're truly honest, it doesn't matter.
But I mean,
people that can't deal with temptation, you know, or
okay, yeah. I mean, I guess
issues themselves, and you know, they're already screwed up, so it don't really matter. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just, it's not you. It's just, it's that phrase. It just bugs me. Like, you know,
yeah, I understand.
People don't do that shit. They might think about it, they might consider it, but they're like, you know, it's not what I do. You know, geez, you know.
Yeah, I know, and I guess really saying what I'm thinking. I mean, I used the phrase, but what I'm thinking of is somebody who, if it was available there, they would be tempted to be light fingered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's great for kids friends. I mean, stuff like that, where people are still developing, maybe not making choices. But when it comes to adults, yeah, if you really don't know them like that, you probably shouldn't let them in your home any damn way. At least not in your private area. Yeah, however your home's set up. But you know, hey, none of what's in that room's any of their damn business.
Yeah. Huh. Damn, Abigail. Abigail says, I have 4 guns on the gun rack by my side of the bed, and they're all hot and ready. My gun belt is hanging on the rack, and it has my carry gun. There you go. You know? See, I mean, but I understand that, but I get, for some unknown reason, storing them, I just don't store them with one in the chamber. Maybe I should start doing that, but I don't know. And it never really, I thought all I was doing was just storing them. But, you know, I put the full magazine in there. And I figured that was, if I'm going to carry it, or if I need it, you know, then I will. Jesus Christ, she ain't giving up, you know. But, yeah, she's been ever since I told her that last time I'm doing my show, right? She still hasn't stopped. I just been ignoring her. You know, she just sent one, and I just looked at it. She goes, "It's 8 o'clock," because she knows she knows what time my show is, 7 to 8. You know.
Yeah, but that's your business, man. Yeah. Like, this girl is lucky she's dealing with somebody like you. I'm telling you, man. You are too damn nice. You're
not the first person to say that,
bro. Yeah, no idea.
Couple of my buddies say you are. You're just too nice to her.
Yeah. You're too goddamn nice. Yeah, like you shouldn't even respond to her at all. Give it like a week. Yeah, she wants to screw with you, screw with her back, screw that shit, man. Like maybe you won't even bother at all. Just block her goddamn number. Like
Yeah.
respect goes both ways, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but you're too damn soft, Rick.
I know it. I know I am. Yeah. I am. I'm just a big softy, really. Yeah. So, and I don't like being rude to people if I can help
Yeah, but you're not her bitch.
it.
Understand it. That's why I'm not like a drug addict or something. You cannot become anything, bitch. Anything. You can become something's partner, but not their bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I really do. You know, but as I mentioned to you guys last time, you know, I've been where she's at. You know, and I guess I'm too close. I'm not really helping her any. You know, I'm enabling is what I should, and I shouldn't be doing that. So, all right, so we covered all my topics. Oh, my quiz. The drawing is on the was it? What did we say? The 4th. That's the first Wednesday of September. Yep. So that's when the drawing is for the swag pack. And the question is kind of morbid. I want to know the firearm make, model, and caliber of the firearm that was used in the shooting, call it assassination if you want, of John Lennon and George Wallace. I know the years apart, but it was the same make, model, and caliber gun, and I want to know what it is. Email me at rickslifeasiseeit at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by the 4th of September, noontime, and you're being for the drawing. Make, model, and caliber is what I want to know. So, and you can type either one of those names in Google, and it will tell you because I checked. So, uh, anyway, so with that, so I'm just trying to read what the people are saying in the chat. Oh yeah, Abigail says I'm disabled. A couple of times a year, I can't walk for a couple of weeks without a cane. If I'm popping someone, it'd be from the comfort of my own bed. Oh, that's why all the guns there next to you. Oh, in Iraq. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah. I mean, like when I said my carry gun's out by my recliner there, but when I go to bed, I'll take it in the bedroom and sit on the is that the nightstand is the best word for it next to my head. That's where it stays at night. Then when I get dressed in the morning, it goes right in the holster, and my cross draw holster I use for it, made by 1791. You know, I don't know, they're 1791 Leatherworks or Holster Company. I don't know what they're, but I know they're type in 1791 holsters, and their website will come up. They have some nice ones there too. They really do. Reasonably priced. Nice thick leather. They're not all floppy. They hold their shape. I mean, this particular one, I've had it for a while now, and it's still as good as it was the day I bought it. So that's that. You got anything you want to say here in New York Outcast?
Yep.
What?
Eat a salad.
Uh,
Be the master of your own demons. And catch you next time.
That works. That works. All right. And with that, I'm calling it quits. I'm going to call it. I got to eat yet. I'm having pizza tonight. So, frozen pizza. Oh, I did buy some chicken last Saturday. 16-piece bucket. They actually put it in a what you call it, tray. One of them. No, I don't know what you call it. And put, just hand it to you in a tray. And 16-piece mixed and $24.99. Because you got to pay tax because it's takeout, food. And but it's damn good chicken. Damn good chicken. So I went down there, picked it up at around 12:30. Got home, had 4 pieces for lunch. Later that evening, I had 4 pieces for supper. That was Saturday. Then Sunday, I had 4 pieces for lunch. Then I finished off the last 4 pieces on Monday. So, I love fried chicken. I really do. I can eat it hot or cold. You can't let it go to waste.
How do you feel about watermelon?
What?
Do you like watermelon?
Oh, I love watermelon. I bought a watermelon, was it last week as well? Or the week before? I bought a whole watermelon at Walmart, $4.98. I
What do
put
you
it in
think?
the fridge, got it cold. The next day I cut it up and I take it off the rind, for lack of a better word, and chop it into squares and put it in containers and put it in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that lasted me 2 days. I ate half
You like,
one day, half the other next day.
You like grape drink?
Grape drink?
Yeah,
Yeah,
grape
I mean,
juice,
but I don't
grape
normally.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, I like when I drink water, I put grape flavoring in it. That's about all the grape I'm drinking nowadays. But I'll drink.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I mean, I've had 5 bottles of water already today, and I'll have another 1 or 2 before the night's over. And I normally,
And
what I'll do is I'll fill I will get another bottle, put some either grape or orange flavoring in it, and I'll take that when I go to bed.
okay.
You know,
And this person that's been texting you, is she white? I think so, right?
yeah,
And your ex-wife, she was white too, right?
yeah,
So you like the white chicks?
yeah.
You're black, Rick.
Why? Because I like fried chicken and watermelon.
And the grape drink and the white chicks. Yeah, you're black.
Hey, that, that's your what's the word I'm looking for? Profiling, or you're just you're just assuming.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, Yeah.
Well, people that would profile, I wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah.
But people that would profile might assume you're black, right?
I know. I know. You
The
know.
way you talk about fried chicken, I mean, it touches my heart.
Yeah. I'm glad you do. You know. I mean, hey, I'm the most easygoing guy going. Hey, if I would I how can I put it? I would have no heartburn, you know, going out with a black lady, no problem. Doesn't bother me in
Oh,
the
man,
slightest.
you ain't got to get into all that. It wasn't
No, but
nothing.
I'm just saying.
Nobody's calling
I,
out
I can't see
your
anybody out in the chat was wondering.
anti-racism or whatever stuff, man.
Yeah, but I
Don't
said
worry
I don't,
about it.
but I don't have a problem with any of that shit. So
No, you hang out with me,
yeah, I know exactly. That's what
good,
I'm saying.
good, good. And I don't even charge you for a picture.
I know. I know.
Shit.
Anyway, I'm gonna wind this up, and I will see you all next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So I want to say thanks everybody for coming. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Good night, everybody. Good night, Sabrina.